everyone, it's Mrs. Demas, and I am going to read you a story today. It's February, and it is Black History Month, so I am going to read you a story from Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Here's the cover, and it has a long title. It's called Just Ask. Be different, be brave, be you. Okay, so there's a little letter to the readers here. I'm going to read the letter because I thought it was really interesting and it taught me a lot about Sonia. It says, I was born on June 25th, 1954, and in 1961, when I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes. To take care of myself, I had to do things other kids did not. Sometimes I felt different. When kids saw me giving myself a needle shot of insulin, my medicine, I knew they were curious about what I was doing. But they never asked me, my parents, or my teachers about it. I also often felt they thought I was doing something wrong. As I grew older, I realized there are many ways to be, but I was not alone in feeling different. I wanted to write this book to explain how differences make us stronger in a good way. True, right? Differences make us stronger in a good way. Like my experiences with diabetes, the challenges some kids face can be very hard and sometimes frustrating. Some of us have conditions that require medicines or tools to managing things that other kids do not have to deal with. Some of our difficulties are even visible to others, but they can make us feel different, and we may do things that others don't understand. Yet all of these challenges often give us strength that others can't imagine. Okay, so this book is about how we deal with differences, because everyone's different, right? So it starts, hello. I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, a different color, a different shape, and a different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight. Others thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile. Others are more hardy. Picture. I'm going to scooch over here. Kids are all different too, which we know. Some of us are in a hurry, while others take more time. Actually, this was the first picture. Some of us seem shy and quiet, while others are chatty and loud. We all know quiet, shy people, and we all know the chatty and loud people, right? Some of our differences are easy to spot. Others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way, so if you're curious about other kids, what should you do? Just ask. Use your words, right? Not everyone is comfortable answering questions about themselves, but I don't mind. What am I doing? Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood, and I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. Diabetics do this. I do this because I have diabetes, and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all of my courage and I do it to be healthy. Do you ever take medicine to be healthy? Is the question. Some of us take vitamins to be healthy. She takes insulin to be healthy. I do. My name is Raphael. I know a Rafaela. And I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a break and I use an inhaler with medicine, to make breathing easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body? Look at those beautiful rocks she's painting. I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast in my wheelchair. How do you get from place to place? Some of us run, some of us walk, some of us use a wheelchair, some people use a scooter. Okay. My name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I'm blind. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. Even though we can't see, we strengthen our senses and notice lots of details that others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. There they are. How do you use your senses? Remember, you've got 5 senses. Seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, and tasting. I had to think about that last one. I am VJ. I learn about the world differently because I can't see, but I can hear. Oh, I'm sorry, because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. We know a lot about sign language. Dr. Bishop teaches us sign language every morning in the announcements. It's cool to know another language. And there he is doing his sign language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? Of course we do. We love reading and writing, right? Right? I'm Bianca, and I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard and take my time when I am reading and writing words. Sometimes I use a computer with programs that help me. I love learning and doing things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from pictures that I see in my mind. Are you really good at something? She is a really good artist. I can see that on her picture. I'm great at dinosaurs. I know all about them. I'm Jordan, and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate Tiana also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk, but I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. What do you like to talk about? For me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I'm a really good listener. My name is Ann, and I speak with a stutter, so I sometimes repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk, but I understand everything that's going on. Do you ever wonder if people understand you? I do. My name is Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or just acting out, but it's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain things. It frustrates me. But it helps when I tell people it's just what my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? I think everyone feels frustration at some point in time. My name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I feel the need to move around even though I'm supposed to sit still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What's helpful to you? I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it's nut-free. Because I'm allergic to nuts, they can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy and ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up helps me stay healthy. How do you use your voice? That is a good idea to use your voice. You have to advocate or speak for yourself. That's a good skill to learn. That's a life skill. I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take me some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. What do you do to help you learn? What helps you learn? I know lots of people that ask questions because that is a sign of intelligence. You want to know more, right? I'm Sonia again. It's me. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teachers and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all the plants in the garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we could only grow peas? What would that mean for strawberries, or no cucumbers or carrots? It might also mean no trees or roses or sunflowers. Just like our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. And just like that, all of these plants and each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it a more interesting and richer place. What will you do with your powers? Everyone has a superpower. What will you do with your powers of knowledge? And that is the end of our book. So I hope that helps you guys reflect on how we are all different and how your differences help you learn and cope with your everyday world. All right, thanks for listening to Just Ask, Be Different, Be Brave, Be You, because everyone else is taken. That's one of my favorite quotes. Bye, guys.